What's going on, guys? Nelson from Hoop Life. Today I bring you one of the hottest anticipated sneakers of the year, the Under Armour Curry 4s. I apologize for taking such a long time dropping these bad boys, but from the time that I sprained my ankle to the time that I got terribly sick, your boy couldn't even get out of bed, man, let alone, hoop and, shoot videos. It was pretty bad. But now I'm 100% recovered, almost, and here we have it. In my hand here, I have the More Rings colorway, the pair that he wore in the 2017 NBA Finals. Super duper clean colorway, all white with gold accents. It's crazy. You have the big SC30 logo in gold along with the gold Under Armour logo in the heel. You have a gold speckle midsole that looks fantastic. On the ankle sleeve, you have a gold tab with detailings on them to give it a nice touch. The Curry 4s are one of the best looking hoop shoes ever, but does the performance aspect of it back it up? Let's find out. As always, we're going to start off with the traction. The Curry 4 has a cross-centric traction pattern designed to optimize forefoot to heel traction. On my pair, I have the translucent outsole with the gold speckles, which looks really nice. I love those gold speckles. I love any speckles. But on other colorways, on other pairs, they have a solid rubber outsole. But I actually hooped in both the translucent and solid rubber outsole, and I've got to say, they're both pretty good. Obviously, solid rubber is a little better than your translucent outsole, but for all y'all who do know me, I'm a fan of the translucent outsoles, man. But like I said, whichever colorway you guys have, both traction patterns are pretty good, but it does take some time to break in. I really like the circular pivot point on the traction pattern. It makes it really easy for you to make quick moves and adjustments when you're on the court. One bad note on the traction pattern of the Curry 4s is that it picks up a lot of dust. The grooves are really small in between, so dust do get in between them like magnets. For real though, like this shoe picks up hella dust, but it's not all that bad. Just give it a few wipes here and there and you're good to go. Moving on to the materials, the shoe has a knit internal sleeve that creates a structural fit around the collar and forefoot. It also has a microfiber synthetic quarter panel that is bonded to the knit material, giving the shoe reduced weight and support. Alright, when you first look at the shoe, when you first pick up the shoe, and when you first feel the shoe, the synthetic overlay feels really cheap, to be honest, man. It feels really thin. It feels like some sort of a plastic cardboard material. I'm serious, it doesn't feel good, straight up. And it's also really stiff, and when I mean stiff, it's stiff. The first couple times, man, I'd be hooping in these, the synthetic overlay was so stiff that every time I step on my foot right here, this area right here pinches onto my foot so hard. Kind of brings back that same feeling that I had in the Harden Volume 1s, but with those, that was on the medial side. With these, this is on the lateral side. I'm not sure if it's because of the creasing of the lines right here that the shoe was made, but on this pair, on my left side, every time I try to bend my foot or step, as you can see, you see that pinching right there? It dug into my foot so hard, giving me so much pain that I was about to take off the shoe and just toss it out the window, man. It was that bad in the beginning, but after hella wears and hella games hooping in these, man, the synthetic overlay does soften up a little bit, where it gets more flexible and it's not as stiff, but the pain is still there, but it's not as unbearing as it was in the earlier stages of the break-in process. The synthetic overlay is in a way lightweight, supportive, but the comfort is not that great. The knit section, however, is really nice. It's soft, it's stretchy, it feels pretty comfortable. I like it a lot. It's form-fitting actually, plus the shoe is hella lightweight. I just wish more of the shoe had that, or I just wish the synthetic overlay wasn't as stiff, where it pinches so hard on my foot. I don't know if it was just me. I mean, let me know down in the comments below if some of you guys have that same problem, because I know some other people have that problem of the pinching, of the bending of the shoe. But materials on these was a 50-50. In terms of durability, the materials on these are not the best. The synthetic overlay does scuff up when you be scratching them on the ground or when someone's stepping on your shoe. I personally would not recommend taking these outdoors, as you will destroy the Curry 4s outdoors, especially if you be hooping on the concrete. Moving on to the support and lockdown, the Curry 4 has a metal wing shank that provides lockdown through the heel, forefoot, and arch. It also has a speed plate for underfoot structure and performance containment built to handle explosive movements. The shoe is pretty flimsy, so I would say support is not the best in these. As you can see, the upper right here, you can literally fold the shoe over and, you could just kind of press down on the shoe. There's pretty much not that much support on the shoe, as you can see from the naked eye. But surprisingly, when you're actually wearing the shoe and you be hooping in them, support is actually solid. The synthetic overlay is strong enough to, withstand, your hard, sharp cuts or your stops from your lateral movements. But my only concern is the flimsy upper is that if you were stopping on a dime so hard, you run so fast, and this upper is not strong enough to contain that little pushover. So when you stop, your ankle actually rolls over. That, let's just hope, doesn't happen. There's little to no heel counter, but with the wing shank and the speed plate underneath, it really supports the bottom of your foot. What's also really good about the support of the shoe is that the base of the shoe is really wide, which helps with stability. When landing and planning off jumps are not an issue. No really issues in terms of lockdown. The Curry Force has a ton of laces to make sure that your foot is locked in. Just make sure you tie your laces pretty tight. Although there is quite a bit of dead space in the shoe, in the toe box area and a little bit of the heel area. But like I said, as long as you tie your shoelaces pretty tight, your foot wouldn't be moving around. Moving on to the cushion. For cushioning, Under Armour put a proprietary foam compound for a lightweight and responsive ride. These are called the no-name cushioning. It could be charged, it could be micro G, it could be wet ball, it could be all of the above or none of the above. We just don't know what it is. Under Armour didn't say, so this is like their best kept secret. But is it the best though? Cushioning on the Curry 4, I've got to say, is very minimal. Not as minimal as a Kyrie Force, but you will be getting a similar low to the ground feel where the cushioning is firm and responsive, which in this case is not all that bad. I like firm and responsive. I just wish it had a little bit more cushioning, for impact protection and for, blasting off to dunk. But Steph Curry doesn't really dunk, so he likes that low to the ground feel for firm and responsiveness. Just make quick moves, cha-cha-cha-cha, and then just pull up for 3 in a millisecond. He likes that. He don't need no high-flying, bouncy, springy type shoe where he'd be doing a 360 windmill between the legs, behind the back, off the backboard dunk. Nah. The cushion on these are pretty firm, but it does have a bit of a spring to it, which is not that bad. But obviously these are not my dunking shoes because my knees will blow up. So if you're an explosive player or a bigger dude who are looking for, a lot of cushioning in the shoe, y'all might have to take a turn on these and look for something else. But if you're the type of hooper who like that court feel, that low to the ground feel, that, double cross behind the back pull up feel, then these might be the shoes for you. As far as comfort and size fit, the Curry 4s run true to size. In terms of comfort, it feels pretty nice and comfortable, except times when they be pinching the crap out of my foot. The fit on these are pretty tricky. As always, I'm normally a 10.5 in my sneakers, so I go with the 10.5. And when I tried it on, it felt like the length was, kind of short, but the 11 was way too long. So this, in a sense, feels like in between a 10 and a 10.5, like a 10.25. But after some wears, after breaking it in, a 10.5 was the way to go. True to size is the way to go. For all y'all, I have to reiterate that. I definitely recommend you guys try these on in store before you purchase them anywhere else. This shoe is a bit tricky. It might fit differently for you guys, so definitely try them on first before buying them. Fitment wise, it's not perfect. I know some people say that it's a 1-to-1 fit or it's a sock-like fit, but like I said, the shoe does have some dead space here in the toe box area and also here in the so-called tongue area where there's supposed to be a tongue. When you tie up your shoelaces, this tongue area kind of crunches up and kind of just like folds over. So it doesn't really give you that great of a fit. I personally like sneakers who have the the old traditional tongue feature. These aren't that bad in terms of fitment. Like I said, there's some dead space here and some dead space here, some dead space there, but overall containment, fitment, and lockdown, it's still good to go. But like I said, it's not the best. And in regards to buying the shoe, the retail price for the Under Armour Curry 4 retails for $130. Same price as the previous models, which is a really solid price for a really good hoop shoe. Beautiful looking hoop shoe, $130. Solid price. Alright guys, for my overall rating, I know you guys been anticipating this, man. Some of you guys might be surprised with the rating that I'm about to give these. For the Under Armour Curry 4s, Nelly Nail's about to give these an 8.5 out of 10. I know some of you guys be blasting the comment section right now, be like, what the heck, man, these are like the best hoop shoes ever, they deserve a 9, 9.5, 10 out of 10. Realistically, as highly anticipated this shoe was, which I personally thought, I was really excited for these, man. I heard a lot of great things about them, but until I was able to performance test these, man, I've got to say, man, Under Armour, I'm sorry, but your boy's a little disappointed. I'm not saying this is a bum of a shoe, but in my mind, before the release of this shoe, before you're actually holding the shoe right now, from the earlier stages, from seeing the pictures and reading the the projected reviews about the tech and you know how this is supposed to be the best Under Armour shoe yet. I guess it didn't live up to all that, but you know, this is still a really good hoop shoe. I've got to say the Curry 2s are still the best Curry hoop shoe in the Curry line. Curry 2s, you know, are still one step above these because that shoe gave me like no problems, man. That shoe was awesome. But yeah, man, I had mixed feelings about the Curry 4s. I had very, very, very high hopes of the shoe when I first heard about them and when I first saw them. But they were supposed to be a beast of a shoe. But you know, this could be a mini beast. If the Curry 2 is a beast, this is the mini beast. Visually though, tip your hats off to Under Armour and Curry, man. This is one of the best looking hoop shoes that came out in a long time. Seriously though, this shoe looks amazing. The silhouette and you know some of the colorways, man. But you know, the performance just wasn't all that there. Traction to me was probably one of the only strong points without any major cons of the shoe. The only thing is that, like I said, it gets pretty dusty on the bottom. All you gotta do is, you know, wipe it from time to time, and that's that. Materials was 50-50. The knit was awesome. The synthetic overlay, not so much. Cushioning was good, but not the best. Support and lockdown was solid, as there were some minor issues in certain areas. But overall, the Under Armour Curry 4 is definitely a bounce back from last year's model. Hopefully, UA and Curry can bring a beast in the Curry 5s next year. Thank you guys for watching that sneaker review on the Under Armour Curry 4s. Let me know down in the comments below what were some of you guys' thoughts on the Curry 4s. Do you guys like them? Do you guys dislike them? If you guys do have them, did you guys, you know, like any things that I liked? Or did you guys, you know, dislike anything? Or did you guys have any of the problems that I had? And how well did the shoe perform for you? Also, let me know what other sneakers you guys would like me to review. I know the Kyrie 4s is coming. Don't worry guys, I got you guys on that. But until then, make sure to check out these other sneaker reviews up here. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button's right there in the middle. And also check out my social medias in the description box down below. And until next time, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.